polyester. Whoa, look at the... I can't even show you everything. I have to bring everything of my... It's all containing plastic. Wow, the mouse. My God, my hand's on this all the time. My hand's resting. It's rubbing off the plastic. It's all plastic. Bowling balls are plastic. You know this. And all the plastic is getting into us, but you got to limit that. How much plastic can you eat? Oh, not a solid piece of plastic, though. You probably choke on it. I'm talking about the particles that get in there. See, the polar particles. This video ought to be about particles. Like, we've got to focus on the fact that you can't see it, but it's there. Something is a dust or a powder or granular. This is what comes out of industry. No matter what they do, there will be a waste product. It's getting into the food. They put it in there on purpose. And then when it comes to the water, they're putting fluoride in it. Oh, of course you heard that. Even Alex Jones told you. Fluoride is a byproduct, a waste product of an industry. They're trying to get rid of it. They're spreading it all around. You can't get water out of your well anymore. Not because you can't, it's because they won't allow you to. Because they want to sell you their water. And if you don't like the tap water they're selling you from the municipal supply, which is fluoridated, then you've got to buy water, and they're selling it to you anyhow. And on and on and on. Oh yeah, you can buy a filter. Well, they're selling you a filter. Oh, and then when the filter gets dirty, well, we've got to sell you another filter. That's another industry. And on and on and on and on. Don't you just love the insanity? That's why I have to talk like this. This is how I get when I'm totally fucking pissed and it just seems hopeless. Now let's get to the air. Particles in the air are making the air quality horrible, unlivable. I've been noticing more and more videos from people, I'm not going to name any names, but they're showing the sky wherever they are, not just in the cities or along the highways. They're showing the sky in nature, in the mountains, and they're saying, look at this sky, the clouds are coming down, weird shaped, weird colors. The sky is coming down, it's a haze, it's some kind of fumes, like you're in smog in the city in the summer. Not a lot of Chinese people will get to watch this, but have you heard that some of the worst air quality is in the Chinese cities? What about Mexico City? What about how LA is in the summer? Or New York City? They say they've taken care of a lot of it. They say, like, for example, in Colorado, you cannot have a basic, inefficient wood stove anymore. It's got to have two-stage burning. It's got to be, like, sophisticated. Otherwise, it puts so much smoke out into the air in the winter when they burn the wood, and if you don't burn it efficiently or completely, all that goes out, all that soot, all that, it just adds to the particles in the air. We're not all smokers, and smokers like to smoke tobacco or whatever they're smoking. But I'm telling you people, when you breathe the air, you might not be a smoker, but I still have to ask you, what are you smoking? Because there's smoke, there's haze, there's fumes, there's poisonous pollution. It's killing us. I'm not joking around. I don't know how else to get through to you. I'm making the, 29 minutes? I'm pleading with you. I'm saying we have to do something about it. And the first thing is information. Talk with me. Listen. I'm getting you to the same page. I know all these things. And I'm saying, what do? The latest thing now is chemtrails. What are they spraying? We've been aware of this now. The first time I heard about it was 14, 15 years ago? How come nobody knows where it's from, who's doing it, and how to stop it? 15 years. 15 years. What? Can we go to the airport and find out? Can we go en masse? Do I have to lead you? Do we have to go march in there? Motherfucker, I will go in there. When people are ready to get to, okay, who's doing it? Who are the pilots? What's in that drum over there in the hangar? You see what I'm saying? I cut to the chase. Excuse me for yelling. When there's a whole crowd of 1 million people around me, I don't need a bullhorn. You'll hear me. But let me tone it down here for the little webcam video that I got to give to you at this point, where I'm wanting to reach you. I'm wanting to bring you people together so we can save ourselves. I'm pleading with you. I'm coming to you with the facts, because I'm someone who knows, and I'm responsible, because if I don't tell you, no one else is going to tell you, show you, point out everything that's going on. The industry is what's killing us. Is these people, and why do they do it? Why do they try to build a better mousetrap? Why do they try to get you to depend on something? Because they got to sell to you. And every time they sell to you, you have to realize, put it together, they are putting pollution, toxic particles into your food, your water, and your air. You can't be going around smiling about this. You can't go to Whole Foods and think you're going to buy something and you'll escape from it. That's still plastic packages. They still sell GMO food. They still have trucks bringing that stuff in. They're polluting the highways. They still have their warehouses and everything. They're still selling it to you. Why don't you just grow your own food? Protect your own part of land. Keep it pure. Keep the water coming out of it pure. See, all these things are stopgap measures. You can't settle for those. You can't be in the city and justify the fact that you're going to come to me and say you know what's going on and you're spiritual and natural. I'm the one who can tell you, who's righteous, who says this is what we should do. But yet none of you want to admit that. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, well, we can't support the people that need the money. And we can't make money ourselves. Well, see, this is the problem. I just told you. Every time they do some industry, we make this and we go to sell to the people. They got to make money so they can buy it, so we keep in power and pollute everything. More and more particles are going into the water and the air. The proof is there. I started this by saying there's scientific measurements that you can do. Sometimes, if you want the proof, if you want to face the measurements, the empirical evidence, hook up with a university. Make friends with someone in college in some science program. Say, hey, listen, do you guys know anything about testing the water? Do you have those kits? Do you have, like, litmus tests? Can you find out the pH balance? I'm going to throw a bunch of things out of here. This is scientific, you know, if you want to go into more details. If you can't believe me, I tell you, I already did that. With the air, they've got to gather up the air. They've got to test it. There's ways they find out how much of a balance, oxygen, nitrogen, whatever's in there, hydrogen, these different gases, those elements. But what's attached to those? How much of it's particulate matter, like microscopic pieces, like metals, hydrocarbons, carbon, CO2, these types of things. You got to see what's in the air. Now, when this haze comes down and stuff, there's various different reasons it could happen. There might be a fire a couple hundred miles away. What you're getting from the fire, though, listen to this carefully, people. You love the fire departments, huh? I wish the fire department would listen in here. Why do you people allow the fires to go for so long? You want it to burn. You see, you want it to. You're told you want it to. You're explained that the method is, oh, let it burn out to here. You're supposed to stop these things immediately. And then you throw chemicals on it. It's called fire retardants. You want to suppress the fire. Guess what you're breathing in, people? When you get that smoke, it's not just the wood, which we know is pretty bad because none of you want to be smoking wood. But even though the paper in your tobacco cigarettes is made out of wood, yeah, you're smoking wood slowly but surely. But not all of us want to be smoking wood. So when you breathe in that smoke, you'll be smoking a lot of wood. That's a big pile. Why don't you just shove a telephone book up your nostril and light it and just breathe that whole sucker in? Why don't you? Because that's what's happening to us. So when you're downwind from a faraway wildfire, I'm getting to this. It's not only the smoke of the wood, it's the smoke of the stuff that they're putting on it. That's called chemicals. That's called stuff that you don't even know what it is because the name is so long that you have to be a scientist to even pronounce it. Folks, we are killing ourselves, because if we don't stop all these industries, the quality of life is going to be done. There's not going to be any quality. You're not going to be able to measure it. We're going to be trying to exist within total pollution and toxins. I haven't even touched on what the Fukushima disaster is doing, but that's the top problem, apparently. I'm researching it. I'm doing all my other videos about it. Talk about the quality going down. When your hair falls out, your nails start falling out, your skin starts to peel and get like pustules and all that, and then your eyeballs start to fall out like really quickly within the space of a few weeks or months. That's what the particles are doing. And by that point, don't try to watch any more of my videos. You need to probably say your last prayers. And it really has been nice knowing you. I hope that doesn't happen. And I think that one of the main guarantees in the next coming years is that you need to get together with me so that we can figure out, we can do workshops, we can make sure in your local area. And I'm not going to just accept that you're in your local area for good reason. Now, I'm not coming to the cities. But if we get together and I tell you and I give you advice, it could help you. Now, I'm not selling anything here to you. I do everything by trade. That's why the government can't touch me. So think about that too. It's not I'm coming to you to sell it to make some money. I don't live that way. And in the future, I promise you, that's not how we're going to live. Because if we do things out of love and we trade it, our air quality and our water quality and our food quality is going to be so incredible. It's going to be like being in paradise in the Garden of Eden again. Without the sin, without the mistakes, without the confusion and the punishment, we're going to be in the Garden of Eden. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take another few videos where I've got to talk for hours and hours and hours to convince everybody, to wake you up. This has been probably one of my most honest, epic talks, and I hope that you appreciate it. Share this with all your friends who are willing to listen, and I hope that it's inspired you. I hope that you have a long and healthy life, but it's not going to come for free, not in this age that we're living in.